Hey you. Alright guys, I am back with another video, and this time I have been inspired by the Met. Now, the 2019 theme was camp, and there were definitely some amazing looks, and among them, what I enjoy the most were the lashes. Sarah Tano did an amazing job with Lady Gaga's gold lashes that were just stunning and doll-like, and Erin Parsons' look on Gigi Hadid with those feathers that looked like little tiny just wisps of nothing was incredible. So that inspired me, and today I got to making some lashes that I have sitting here on my desk. Now let's not forget that there are other amazing, incredible images that have been created throughout history in fashion on the runway for editorial from artists like Kabuki, Val Garland, Alex Box, with lashes as the statement piece. And these have also used materials like feathers, like paper, painted paper, custom glued, your crystals, your glitter, your metal, and petals, and custom butterfly appliques. I mean, it's crazy what can be done, but currently I'm being inspired by the looks that are fresh in my mind and I just saw online. So with all due respect to the incredible artists that have paved the way, that have created images that are inspiring, whether it was 10, 15, 20 years ago or 2 days ago, this is my rendition. All right, so I'm going to start by taking my foundation. This is Beautyblender Bounce on a Smashbox brush. I forget what this brush is called. It is blurring foundation brush. And I'm just going to work that onto the skin. The lashes are a little out there. It took me a while to create them, a few hours. So I definitely want them to be the star of the show, the center of attention. I don't think they would have it any other way, to be honest. No, I'm not sticking with the camp theme, obviously. I'm in a gray, cropped, hoodie, sleeveless shirt thing. But I just wanted to create something with crazy lashes. I felt inspired. Now that I have my base on, I'm going to go in and contour my cheekbones a tiny bit. And I'm going to contour the jawline, which I don't usually do on a daily basis. But for this look, I'm not going to be adding too much to the eye or the lip because the lashes. So I want a little bit more definition in the face. A little bit more of an angle, if you will, to that jawline. And then I'm going to take a little bit of cream bronzer onto the high points of my face, so right across the bridge of my nose, onto the cheeks and the forehead. And I really pull back on my hairline, on my hair, so you can get that product into the hairline. I don't like when there's a gap in between the color that I'm trying to make my face look like it is along the perimeter and the scalp. So for lashes, I have here my subtle, discreet lash that I crafted today. I don't even know that I need eyeshadow with this, really. It's pretty crazy, and if I put them both on, I mean, really not gonna see much. I also created a bottom lash, and I don't know if I should just stick to one or do them both. I don't know. So just so you can see what this lash looks like, this is the lash, the part of it that's going to be visible, and the back of the lash looks like this. So I take a regular lash, just a regular wispy or whatever you want, something that has a strong band so that when I build on top of it, it can take the weight of everything that I'm gluing onto it. And I start cutting out little pieces of paper and just place them one by one and glue them down one by one and check the shape as I'm creating it. So It has the length that I want, but then also the pieciness. Some of the lashes are more curled than others. Some stick out a little bit straighter. Basically, on top of any normal lash, I can build this, and I cut it in little pieces so that it's still flexible when it's done. If I were to use this on somebody else, I could take the band and maneuver it just a little bit depending on how curvaceous their eye was or their lid, whether it was a little bit more flat or curvy, then I could take this and custom bend it to whatever they needed. So since the lashes are going to be so intense, I'm just going to take brow gel onto my brows, no product at all. This is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I like it. It doesn't leave my brows crunchy. It just combs them in place and keeps them there. And on top of this, I might take a little bit of pencil just to fill in a gap that I see here on my left brow. Right brow is fine. And I'm taking a little bit of this Makeup Forever eyebrow pencil. This isn't the brow pencil that I typically use, but since it's harder, I want to use it today because the harder the pencil is, the lighter the coverage you're going to get, so the less product it's going to immediately distribute onto the skin, which makes it more difficult to work with if you want high coverage, but since I want something that's very natural, it's easier to work with. For cheeks, the only thing I really want to add is a pinch of color, and I'm going to use Danessa Myricks Vision Flush in the color Tutu. It is so pigmented. You can see there, that's a tiny little dot, and I'm going to pick that up on my contour brush and barely dab it onto the cheek. I want something that looks more like a stain and not so much as a powder blush. And I want to take it high up under the eye. My lashes are going to cover that area anyway. I just want a seamless blend. Now, because the material in these lashes is so reflective and holographic, I want to mimic that on my cheek just a little bit. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Highlight in Gumdrop. It's this guy here from the Sugar Glow Kit. And I'm going to take that on a Smith 104 brush and just drape it on the cheek. Bring it up toward the temple and then around the eye. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. I'm not going to do anything to the top lid because you're definitely not going to see any of it once those lashes are on. But my bottom lashes are going to be glued somewhere in that fold, that natural fold that my eyelid has, because I don't want them right up against my eye. And I'm going to fill in that area with a color that kind of mimics the color of the bottom lashes so that it fills that area and from far away looks more seamless. Now I'm going to custom create a color for that, and I'm taking the white and the red from the Danessa Myricks Waterproof Cream Palette to create a shade that's more on this baby pink side. And now that I have mixed that shade, I'm going to take that on with a synthetic brush and run it along the bottom lash line. Now I'm patting it in with my finger to blend out those edges. And on top of that, I'm going to place a reflective pigment. Now, this video isn't sponsored by Danessa, but I'm going to use one of her pigments. This is her loose pigment in Love Story. The camera isn't picking up its majesty. And I'm going to take my same brush and just pat that on. I'm going to bring that up slightly in that inner corner. And why not? I'm going to take my highlight brush and just bring that slightly onto the high point there. My cheekbone. And lastly, before moving on to lashes, I'm going to take Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Pink of Me in the waterline. When these guys dry down, they mean business. They're not going anywhere. And I'm also going to use that to run slightly along my natural lashes to bleach them out, if you will. Not really bleaching, but dusting in pigment, so you can't see them from afar. It's definitely a look. All right, now to glue these lashes onto my eye, I'm going to need the glue to be heavy duty and tacky, so give me a sec. All right, I'm going to start with the bottom lashes. I tried the top, but they were a fail. And feel like this is going to be a lot easier when I work with gravity instead of against it. So you can't even see my cheek. Just taking some lash glue and running it along the band and placing it under the eye. I think I'm going to need to strengthen my own lashes first before going in with the lash, so I'm going to run some mascara. I need to beef her up just a bit. All right, attempt number 3, I think. This is 3 that I'm admitting to, but really like 7 off camera. How do they do this? Maybe it's just not as heavy when they do it. Or maybe they just stand really still. Not blink, just hold their eyes open the whole time. Well, guys, oh my gosh, my eye feels so heavy. Oh, how do they even get this to stick? I think they might use some kind of system. Like they'll take a long lash and just stick it to the back or something like that to make them hold. Ooh, this is rough. They're kind of sticking. Oh my gosh, I blink and it looks ridiculous. Oh, I love it. All right, guys, and to finish the look before my eyes fall off, I'm going to take some Tarte H2O Gloss in Bora, and I'm going to pat that into the lip, and that is it. So this is my Met camp themed lash inspired look. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. My lashes they're getting into my lip. Wow. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you guys want to see a tutorial on these lashes, I definitely could arrange that. Maybe they won't be as long or as big as these are, but we could definitely work on it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your favorite Met 2019 looks were. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Snuffleupagus and Michael's had a baby, and that is me.